For our Crisis Club Monday of the week, it's kind of difficult to conjure up a Crisis Club given that there are no sports really going on at all. But a team has gone out of their way this week to put themselves in an even worse position than they started the week, even without playing any games. I have Deshaun Willis on the phone with me today to talk about the Calgary Flames. How you doing, Deshaun?
I'm good, boss. How you doing?
Not good for what I'm about to say about the Calgary Flames. They have come out this week saying that they are not going to pay the hourly wages of the workers of their facility, where many other teams all over North America, including the NHL, and even some players are going out of their way to pay the hourly wage of their employees who work in the arena. Calgary said they are not going to compensate these workers even in this crisis time. How do you feel about that situation, Deshaun?
This is one of the biggest poverty things I've ever I've seen. Man, this just upset me, and I read their comments on updating on Twitter and everything like that, and literally they have 600 comments on the post a couple hours ago, and every single comment was like, "Pay your workers, pay your workers, pay your workers." We talked about it last night, and then wake up this morning, you see Giordano, Monahan, all these players, Lucic, they all started a GoFundMe to get these workers paid.
That's
So,
pretty soft too. That's pretty soft in my opinion. You
well,
got
no,
you got athletes like look at the NBA. This one shocked me the most. Zion Williamson on a rookie deal, putting money towards the workers. That shocked me the most. A rookie doing that. I get Zion Williamson makes a lot of money, but so are these NHL guys.
okay, so the thing with the NHL and the tax in Calgary is actually really, really low, so they make most of their salaries. But I don't know, hockey guys don't make the same amount of money as basketball guys do, right?
Oh,
Like
obviously, I still
okay,
think it. You know, you can do the GoFundMe, but also you can pledge some of your own funds towards that, especially
yeah,
high quality veterans like Mike Giordano, and Sean Monahan is not shy of a paycheck. He's got a lot of money.
no, I hear what you're saying, and I agree, and I think they easily don't need to start a GoFundMe. Like they could have been like, man, we get 100,000, we put it together, and then everyone's basically gonna get paid from that 100,000.
Yes.
I don't think that's anything crazy.
Yeah.
What does upset me though is the fact that you have owners that are not doing anything, like billionaire owners, and the Calgary Flames especially because they want to move out of the Saddle Dome. Saddle Dome's 40 something years old. It's crusty. It's disgusting. They're trying to move. So
Yeah.
what do is that they ask
Yeah.
for the taxes to be
Let me
raised.
take over. Let me take over. I got numbers for this. I got numbers for this. Okay. $550 million is the cost of the new arena. In the initial agreement in 2017, it was said that it was going to be split into three parts for the payment. It was going to be 33% in a ticket tax, 33% from the owners, 33% from the public. Since then, it has shifted into 50% paid through taxes by Calgary residents, 28% paid through ticket taxes. So people who are paying to go see the Calgary Flames in their outdated arena are paying extra to help fund the new arena, whereas the owners are only paying 22% of that. So they are making the Calgary public pay $275 million in taxes towards funding this new arena. That number is actually going up. It's projected to be about $300 million paid through the Calgary public. Over 50% of the funding for the arena through the Calgary public through taxes that they are forced to pay. And these owners who are only paying under 22% can't give a little bit of extra money to help out the public who is helping them through this tough time right now. I'm absolutely disgusted. Like this is one of the worst looks I've seen. This is the they are the to me the worst franchise in the NHL as a result of this.
Well, I wouldn't say the worst because there's still the Boston Bruins, and they have their own issue with paying their employees as well. But no, there it's definitely a awful look.
No, I'm saying because the amount of money going to the owners from the public to
no,
help make
I
them
understand
more
what you.
profitable, and when they need to help the public with pocket change for guys like them, they refuse to do it.
No, I understand what you're
Awful
saying.
look.
I agree with you. I just think that the situation in Boston's a little bit worse, but this is not a good situation. I think when it really comes to it, you have to just pay your employees. Like if your professional franchises, you make all these millions in revenue every single year, you should be able to fork out money to pay these employees that would have worked for you had this strike not happened.
You know,
Um,
a lot of athletes continuously say, like Zion Williamson, one of them, like the workers make the game. There's no game without the worker. There's no game, without the fans. The workers make the game possible. Um, and when they need your help after they've given you so much help, and you refuse to take that, as a worker, I disgusted. It's the same word. Like, not really a better word to fit the emotion around this situation. It's awful. Yeah. I'm pretty adamant. Like I'm pretty hot about this subject, as you can tell.
no, it's right. Like you're correct in feeling your feelings. I just think, like, man, Calgary, this is an awful look. This is an awful look. Calgary pays 5% taxes compared to like Ontario's 13% taxes, and like there's literally like I just don't see the point when they're not really forking out that much money to pay for the arena in the first place on what you would be holding that money back for other than their own personal greed. So I agree. It's an awful look for these owners. Like every franchise right away should have been like, we will pay all of our workers, no problem.
Yeah, and especially it's an especially bad look coming out saying that after so many other teams have done the same thing, and especially your local rival, the Edmonton Oilers, saying they're going to pay their workers. There's a tweet by one of the Calgary workers at Lou Diassis on Twitter saying that because of the lost shifts, he's likely to lose $1,200 to $1,400 in pay, which equates to about 20% of his yearly income. And as a student who really needs to pay off student loans, he's going to go through a very, very tough time as a result.
Yeah.
So, like, it's one thing not to pay your employees, but to come out and say that, like, while other teams are in the process of saying that they are going to pay their employees, it's a very awful look. Not to mention how they have taken so much money from the Calgary public over the last few years to help pay for a new arena that would make them even more profitable.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think this is an awful look for Calgary. That arena better shit bricks for these guys, like shit golden bricks for these guys, because I don't know. I really can't understand like how you can have that much money and all those resources, and you have these part-time employees, and you know what people have to go through just to work for you, and when they do show up and they do all these things, and like I said, it's part of the community. Like they're literally your community. They travel to help you make your money,
Yeah.
and they would have been there regardless of the pauses happening or not. So you got to pay it forward in that sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
It's a crisis. Everybody needs to do their part. The Calgary Flames are not doing so. Honestly, I don't know. If I was a Calgary worker for the Flames, could you possibly set up a boycott of working for the Flames? Potentially?
Yes, but I also say no. Like I think that's a desired position, to be honest with you. Like a lot of people would like to
A
work
concession worker?
for your sports team, for your local sports team. Really think about that.
Yeah, I know, but look,
I if the Toronto Maple
if
Leafs
they aren't going to help me out why do they deserve my support?
No,
If they are blatantly going to disregard my support to their franchise, I'm going to start to care a lot less.
No, I agree with you, but like when it comes to like sporting events, like for example, if they wanted me to be the guy that cleans Austin Matthews' skates after his game, I would do that. Like doing like I would like any job that would get me around professional athletes, I would do that job.
If I got disrespected in my place of work, no matter what the workplace is, I would lose a lot of respect for the organization.
Absolutely.
And as a result of this, I think a lot of respect has been lost by the organization. And, I'd feel a little bit betrayed as a Calgary worker who has given, my time to help make the games possible and help given so much of my funds to help fund their new arena. I would feel betrayed that they aren't willing to do this. Help me out a little bit. Do a little bit for me because I keep doing a lot for you. That's how I feel on this. I feel very strongly about this.
Yeah, no, like I said, that opinion is fair. I agree with you. I think this is a really, really bad act. This is one of the worst in the NHL. But yeah, like the Calgary Flames, poverty move, clown shit, bro.
Yeah. Nothing really else can be said. It's disgusting. It's a really bad look. They're going to have to do a lot to mop up this mess, especially amidst all the arena talk going on there. But thank you to Deshaun for being a part of this episode. Let us know what you think about the Calgary Flames, whether it be on social media or in the comments on YouTube. Links are in the description of the podcast or of the video. But we post every single day at the Amateur Sports Podcast. That means a podcast will be uploaded every single day. Keep coming back for daily content. We will see you again tomorrow for another episode.